And I have been offline this whole time. Awesome, because my mic was off. Anyway, welcome. Today we are playing Loop Hero. The game has been around for a while, and a lot of you already know it. So let's jump into it. I played it a lot of time already. I got this save that finished all achievements on Steam, and I played many hours there. And today I want to play it again because I haven't played it in a long time, and I really love it. So as the title of the stream says, it's Immortal Necro time. What does it mean? Necromancer is a unique hero because he summons skeletons that fight in his stead. So he does not need attack damage like the other heroes, Rogue and Paladin or Warrior. But he has other stats that he can max out, which are important to him. First one is the number of skeletons. That, as it's self-explanatory, determines how many skeletons can he summon in each fight, or the maximum number of skeletons he can have summoned at the same time. And the second is the summon quality attribute, which means that what percentage is that the skeletons he summons will be basically better. He can either summon basic skeleton or better skeletons. So that means we need to max these stats, and the third important stats for him is skeleton quality, I think. That is probably right, which determines how strong his skeletons are. For the Immortal part, we necro has unique sets of perks, which has basically everyone. But yes, what do we need to be immortal is which one to take? Yes, this one, the Unseen Care. The hero will get 0.5 max magic shield for every summoned skeleton for the rest of the expedition. That means when every fight starts, he gets permanently maximum magic shield for every skeleton he summons. Also, when skeleton dies, he gets summons another one. He gets, or the hero gets, maximum magic shield. So in the long run, this Unseen Care trait will actually amount for thousands, if not tens of thousands of magic shield for each fight, and the magic shield resets at the start of each fight, which is well, what makes him immortal. Then there is another trait that is really important for him, and which one is that? Not this one, not this one. Yeah, this one. Field Practice. For each loop, the skeleton's level increases by 0.25. Basically, that's what is that. But what does it mean is that every 4 loops, the skeletons will be 1 level stronger. Which actually means that in the long or potentially infinite game, the skeletons will be strong enough to basically keep up with scaling of the enemy monsters, which is quite important, because even if we would be able to summon all those skeletons and the enemy monsters would be very strong or would be getting stronger each loop, the skeletons would just die and ultimately our hero would die as well. Then other traits are also pretty good, like +1 to maximum number of skeletons, and when skeleton dies it heals hero. But these two are the most important traits we want to get. Then for the tiles we are getting is the Ancestral Crypt, because that gives 3 max HP for every enemy with a soul killed. And enemies with a soul will be generated by Grow. It will be rat wolves, and I am not sure whether cemetery also skeletons from cemetery have souls or not. But the main fuel for the Ancestral Crypt will be Grow. Then we take Blood Grow, which can be attached to Grow, which summons basically after killing in its vicinity some enemies, it will summon a Blood Golem. And we take this because we need to generate somehow better items at the start. Once we get the full set of +1 skeletons and plus 25% of skeleton summon quality items, we can basically Oblivion every Blood Grow, so it won't kill us anymore. We take Bacon to run faster around the loop to trigger the traits that increase skeleton power. Then we take Forest and River. Forest because it increases attack speed, and attack speed is actually Necro's ability that basically determines frequency of the summons, or how fast he summons any skeletons. Hi Sasha. Yes, I'm a variety streamer. I usually play indie games. You can ask basically anything. And in the meanwhile, I will continue. And the last basically card in the deck we are taking is Spider Cocoon, because spider just are weak and not threat to everyone, and we need to have 2 cards taken. So they are weak, and I think they have soul or not. Doesn't matter at this point. So basically we get a lot of health from this, we get a lot of shields from this, and we get strong skeletons from this. And also we will summon skeletons really quickly with forests. I'm confident, what do you say? I'm confident you will love them like... you create high quality 2D, 3D character backgrounds if you need these. Thank you for your offer, but I am actually not interested at this time. Thank you very much, Sasha. Glad you asked. So let's continue with the game. We will be playing at the highest difficulty because we can. I am confident this build actually beats this difficulty because I have beaten the difficulty many times with this setup. So let's start it. And we are looping. Let's put down ancestral crypt close to our camp. What's important at the start is that we build around the camp, because first boss, the Lich, is actually 20% stronger for each tile that is not occupied in 2 radius around the camp. So we want to build basically stuff around the camp in the starting game. Then we start getting some forests or some rivers, so that will be our stuff. Let's get, here is the summon quality plus 14%, that means our basic skeletons have 14% chance to be better. Here is a magic shield, and here is some skeleton level. And now think about how we want to build our forests, basically. Or where? But there are only 4 tiles, so this will be quite inefficient. We might build it like this, but not down here, so... Yeah, we will go with rivers from bottom, top there, like with forest up here. Here we make a turn, then go down for a while, then go up and then go to the right side. And everywhere around the rivers we will have the forests. No, the forest, but tickets. Forest gives only 1% hero attack speed, ticket gives 2%? Or is it half percent and 1%? I don't remember, I haven't played it for quite a while, so we will see. Let's place cemetery next to the camp, because we need to have that basically killed. Yeah, Oblivion is good card. It removes 1 tile. Let's take our build spider cocoon over here, so it spawns spider on the adjacent tiles. And here is ring with +1 max skeletons, which is really good at start. So we can have more skeletons. Yeah, there is forest with 1% hero attack speed and ticket with 2% hero attack speed. So we basically want to put down tickets, not forests. And river actually increases attack speed, doubles the effect of adjacent landscape tiles. So basically, if tickets gives 2% attack speed, with river next to it, it gives 4%. One skeleton, that's second skeleton, that's third, and that's skeleton warrior, which is better than basic, basically. Let's put down some rivers. Okay, here is another ticket. And skeleton has soul, so he will be boosting us as well. And here is a really good amulet. Level 4 rare amulet with summon quality 25%. Thank you very much, game. Here's another ticket. Let's put another... where do we want to put it? Over here. Yeah, that would be right. Because cemetery spawn also skeleton archers, which can attack nearby, basically tiles. I guess it's tiles. Let's put this down somewhere here, so we will be running faster. And there is grow, so let's put grow after this, after the skeletons. There is another ticket, another spider lair cocoon. As I said, we need to build stuff around our camp to not give first boss bonuses, because that's honestly the hardest boss in the game, because you are not strong enough to kill him and he might just end the run really quickly. That's not good. Magic shield, amulet, not good ring, and also not good amulet. So let's continue. And here is the blood grow, which will be actually absorbing the slain enemies in its area. So it will start summoning the blood golem. Let's put another spider lair there. Yeah, those roots that aided the spider were from the blood growth. And we got another plus 25% summon quality ring. So we get already 50% summon quality on our skeletons. That means every other skeleton should be upgraded. Here we have 3 basic skeletons. So here is first, second upgraded, third upgraded. It's pretty random. Build this stuff. Let's put groove here, cemetery over there, tickets over here, and here in the top left you can see the lines or arrows when the bosses will appear. So the mortals you place on the map, that's basically timer for the boss. So we want to near the first threshold, I would say it is, first boss threshold, when the tiles around our camp are built. And at this point we only need 2 more spider camps for it to be done. So, yeah, and we got new level. Let's put down ticket. And let's choose a perk. And we got field practice. Nice. First level up, first core basically trait done, and right in before we enter the camp. So hey, we just got plus 0.25% or plus 0.25 to skeleton level, which is really good in the group. Alright. And here is strong book. We just dropped a really strong book. Okay, alright, so here is another blood row, which we can place there or there. I would actually place it here, but I would like to wait for the spider camps. And there is ticket. You can also provoke the boss and oblivion his bonus or boost tiles, or what did I say? Because he builds basically his own mausoleum. He's a lich, and the mausoleum basically boosts him. Every tile of mausoleum gives him 20% bonus. So here are 2 free tiles where he will build mausoleums, so we can oblivion them to basically eliminate the bonuses. This one is village, which spawns wood golem. Wood golem doesn't attack. He only ripostes, or basically hits back whoever attacks him. But that means only skeletons will be attacking him, and our hero will not be attacking him, which is really good. Here you can see the skeleton archer that joined the fight from the cemetery, but didn't actually manage to shoot, and we are losing oblivion. Damn! That was terrible. I really wonder... Spiders. Oh, here is some strong ring. Skeleton level evasion. Oh, that's not actually good ring. What is interesting about the max skeletons rings or attributes is that it is always only +1. So it doesn't matter whether we have ring level 1 or ring level 59, it will always be only max skeleton +1. There is a magic shield, here is a better tome. Nice. And we can continue. Yeah, we now got 2 oblivions again, so let's provoke the boss basically, so we will not lose any more oblivions. Let's put down tickets around the rivers. Let's put down blue grow over here. Let's put down grow here, yes. And there is the boss summon. He places down 2 lich palaces, which we oblivion right away, so he will not get any boosts. And we can put down 7-3 basically over there. And after this basically round we will fight first boss. Let's put this over there so we run faster. Let's put Gru over here. I will explain later why did I put it there. There is a strong ring with summon quality 27, that's better than 25. Okay, let's place river over there. There is some strong amulet, but not better than we already have. And this ticket basically gives us 2 times 3 is 6. I don't know whether it's 6 or 8% attack speed, doesn't really matter. The river actually boosts it a lot. So here will be 1 groove, here will be another, so another groove will be here, so let's put that over there. Let's put spider lair wherever. No, there will be groove, so over there. Yeah, they are countering, so they are basically killing only skeletons and not the hero, because hero is not attacking the wood golems. +1 to maximum skeletons is alright. We can get second thought on the shield, but +1 to maximum skeletons is pretty good. So we have 4 skeletons at the first boss fight. Another oblivion card, that's alright. We get an item, we don't really need that. Nothing interesting, nothing. Level 8 book. 5.88 versus 5.64, so this is better. This ring summon quality 26%, some attack speed, some regen. That's alright. What we actually want is our items with max skeletons and summon quality at the same time. Hi Lich. We already killed you several times, so there is a dialogue. And we are not summoning skeletons fast enough. He is actually killing them faster. But he's dead. Nice. Alright, you are dead. And we got good items from him. So let's put down what else we got. Not it, this is one river, one too long. We need to turn it over there. Evasion, regen, defense, magic shield, that's not good. Max skeletons +1 and summon quality +26. That's the perfect item we actually wanted. So we got 5 skeletons at this point and 75% or 76% better skeleton summon quality, which is really good. So like that. I would actually argue at this point that replacing this ring with this one is better, because that way we will have 100% summon quality stat, 103%, which means with every skeleton we get is basically better. Yep, there are no basic skeletons anymore. So we got blood growth. Let's put one over there, let's put one over there. And the blood growth can be only placed next to growths. And I want every tile of the field basically be covered by blood growth, so the golems will spawn more frequently. So that's why I put growth in this pattern basically. Alright, well, we can put you over here. Let's reverse and continue. Okay, let's put down more tickets. We got another beacon to run faster. Where we can put it down here so we run faster over there or over there or over here. Some interesting necklace. Max skeletons, evasion. It gives a lot of magic shield, which is really good at start. So let's decrease the summon quality stat to 75 again to get higher shield than one wooden skeleton. Yeah, and we already get the skeleton mages because only 4 skeletons can be beat to the battlefield, and other skeletons are in the basically backline. That was the skeleton archer. Summon quality, less shield. Okay, we don't want that. Let's put, I don't know where to put more spiders. There's cemetery. Basically in front of Gru. There are 2 wooden warriors, not the ones. They also drop good stuff. Sometimes. Summon quality to, yeah, we got 1 max skeleton. Yeah. At this point we are basically looking for yellow or orange items, so they have the 2 stats or attributes we need, the max skeletons and summon quality. There is ticket, there is another beacon, let's put it over there. There is another groove, there will be one, so let's put it here. River. Maybe some strong book. Yeah, but not better than we have. Another ticket. How much attack speed? Attack speed plus 120%. Let's put another one down here, another ticket over there. A village attack when we place down, I think 10 woods, or 10 forests or tickets. Yes, every 10 forest ticket tiles. Another groove that will be over here. Another level. When ally skeleton kills enemy, it heals itself, not useful. Any direct damage to the hero will be evenly split between him and his skeletons, which is really good for survivability. Let's take that. More tickets. Place some tickets, cemetery. Let's there. Place it down over there, another river. Really interesting. There's another ticket. Because it's thick. Another ticket and some ring, which is not good. River here. Grooves, rivers. So this groove is over here, so next one should be over here. Or even over here, right? Yes, over here. Ah, we summoned boss. I didn't want to do that. I hope we survive. Well, mistakes were made, or mistake was made. It wasn't. I didn't calculate. I didn't notice the threshold for the next boss. Summon quality, alright. Do we need summon quality at this point? More than skeletons? Probably yes. Because it's boss fight, so we'll need 100% uptime on better skeletons. Put this over there. Let's put blood grow over. I'll put it down here or here. We might switch this right before camp. This is max skeletons and better shield. Another blood grow can go over there. Another grow over here. Beacon, let's put it down there. There is some defense ring, there is ticket. There is some river. We don't need oblivions at this point of time. Yeah, this is summon quality with better magic shield, so after this one fight we will rearm for the boss fight. Okay, and that was the Blood Golem, and he gave us 3 rare items. He gave us skeleton levels, summon quality and evasion. That's good, that's better than we have. That's not good, and summon qualities, there is no max skeleton, so that's not good. So let's switch this with this, so we got 100% summon quality for boss fight and a bit more magic shield. Let's also increase our attack speed a bit, and let's go for second boss. Yes, I killed him many times already, so he's old enemy basically. And it doesn't look that good, but we got 10 potions, so we might survive. Yeah, his health is going down faster than ours, so he should be dead. Basically a summoner battle. Yep, he died. Okay. And he dropped 4 rare items, or exotic, or whatever rarity that is. Summon quality, okay, max skeletons, but level. Yeah, we will probably switch that again, because we are not fighting boss right now. Skeleton level defense, that's useless. Summon quality and skeleton level. Defense and attack speed versus evasion. I will probably keep evasion. Summon quality 28, 26 doesn't matter. Or does it? We got 81, that will be boosted to 83. I will keep evasion. And we got a lot of rivers. How do we want to place down rivers? So basically it can go down here and then turn around and go over there and finish. That would be nice. Another ticket. Oh, let's put it down there. Another ticket there. Another ticket over there, another ticket over there. There is village with wooden warriors, and let's put this over there so we are running faster. not good enough. There. Symmetry. Symmetry. Where do we want to put it? In front of basically the one of the river. We are aiming to the third boss threshold. The third boss is the most difficult for Necro because he summons two hand dogs and the hand dogs always attack the hero. So they will not focus on the skeletons but on the hero instead, which is pretty bad. We don't need any more grooves. Nor cemeteries, to be honest. Yeah, but give cemetery over there to have more units with souls to feed on. Yeah, and now turn it around. There is a ticket, place it down over there. There is some spider camp. Yeah, let's put down spiders as well. That would be full of enemies. Another ticket basically there, because here we will turn the river up. So there will be multiple bonuses on tickets in between two rivers, or in between the two river tiles. That's not good. I don't think we need another beacon. Yeah, no, over there, but we cannot place beacon over there. We can do beacons over there. Spiders, more spiders, place down more spiders. Blood grow, we want to get blood grow over there and river up there. And it would be nice to get more of these jackpot items, more than one. We basically need 4 for the rest of the game. It's good we got first one, but we need 3 more. Summon quality 26, evasion defense, pretty solid, but nothing that we have already. There are summon quality, magic and defense. And skeleton level not good enough. More spiders. Place them, I don't know where. Over here. Yeah, I placed them over there. Oh, there was place. Oh no, we cannot place them. And another level. This is about the time we should get, or would be nice to get the shields. So hero heals when he passes through tile. That's meh. When allied skeleton kills enemy, it fully heals itself and gets 10% damage and HP buff for the rest of the fight. That's meh. So let's get second thoughts. And we get unseen care. That's exactly what we needed. So that's basically all the traits we need, and here is a really good book. Skeleton level defense, attack speed and max skeleton, but not better than we already have. So that's a bummer, it looked nice. Let's continue. There are more rivers, and we are close to the threshold. Let's put cemetery there. As you can see, we already have, where is the shield? Magic shield 232, whereas this gives us only 226. So that's the effect of the... And here is Flash Golem. So he will be our good items. Yeah. Summon quality, summon quality, summon quality. And that's terrible. Oh, it was an honest try, but not good enough. Or do we actually... We have 5 max skeletons, we only need 4 for the fight. So let's take summon quality to 100%. And with 9% evasion. And place tickets. Another 21, another good items. So he gave us max skeletons ring. Summon quality skeleton level, not good enough, not good enough. Max skeletons, evasion, not good enough. At this point, when we already have 4 max skeletons, thanks to our trait, this Art of Control, we prefer to have 100% summon quality over maximum skeletons. Another ticket. Yeah, and the boss is needed, so at least stop putting down more tiles. We do want at least one more the ultimate item. Not good. Not good. Flash one, give us something good. Summon quality evasion, summon quality regen. Not good enough. There is some ring. Not good. Some necklace or amulet, not good. And this is basically it. We are at this point just hunting for the max skeleton and summon quality items. Because we already have all the traits to be immortal. And we can just wait to increase our magic shield, which rises. Do we need a place for blood grow? Yeah, we need it over there. But if we place it, we will provoke necro, which we don't want yet. We are not immortal yet. We got too low magic shield for being immortal, basically. And there is another thing about the hero, the necro, is that when there is maximum of skeletons out on the field, he actually starts attacking with his 5 to 7 damage attacks. It's pretty useless, but it's actually threat on the villages when he can be countered by the wooden warrior and die. Yeah. Here's sometimes he attacks the wooden warrior and he actually gets countered and gets damage. Interesting. So there might be something like too much attack speed or too low max skeleton count. There is a good book, not good enough. Already 300 magic shield, pretty good. Max skeleton evasion, not good enough. Excellent. What will you give us? Interesting book. This book with this item or icon always gives max skeletons. So basically this book with summon quality is the best for necro. There is skeleton level, nothing. You can basically do something like this. You can Oblivion, for example, this to put down blues grow over there and not grow also. As you can see, the warriors are already pretty strong. It's only 11 blue, and it takes quite a while to kill them. Which is actually good because our skeletons are dying when attacking them, so hero summons more skeletons and gets more magic blue. Another flame. What will you give us? Another Oblivion card, max skeleton's ring, and attack speed summon quality amulet. Nah. Max skeleton, that's not interesting. Does spider have soul? It's living, but doesn't have soul. The spider don't use the hero trait. That would be probably too strong. Yeah, living has a soul. That's the difference, and this one also has a soul and is living. This is under the soul. Alright. Max skeletons, not good enough. Another place to pause after this fight. Summon quality skeleton level, max skeleton summons quality, jackpot, that's the second one. Alright. We got 2 items, 2 more to go. And it's actually 2 rings. So we only are looking for basically rings and maybe grimoire. Because grimoire can always have better skeleton level. It is one stat that can be improved. But we won't take only her skeleton level unless it has max skeletons and summon quality as well. And another level. So at this point it basically doesn't, oh well, it does matter, but You can take Gift of Blood. The hero or his skeletons may strike the target with blood lightning with each attack. That's pretty good. Some DPS boost. Grimoire, not good enough. Why are here the archers? Crossbowmen. Are we next to a camp? We are far from camp. Where are the crossbowmen? Is it because of the bacon? Beacon? Not bacon. There is good summon quality skeleton level. Attack speed. First one will be less. Amulet only. Amulets basically. Grimoire not good. I think it might be alright to Oblivion the Spider Nest at this point, because they don't have soul. First one, and there is the Grimoire, which is not good. Oblivion this Spider Nest, so we can put down Ticket and a river. We got already 2k HP and 576 shield. Pretty tanky necro. Interesting. There is a Grimoire, summon quality level not good enough. Another flash one. So this summon quality skeleton level. Evasion attack speed. Okay, it's better than this, but still not jackpot. Ring, not good. Another flash golem. What is this? Carnivorous roots. Yeah, rewards everything under 15% HP. So there is a Grimoire, summon quality, not the max skeletons, summon quality. Nope, nothing good. Another Oblivion. So let's Oblivion these spiders. And we can put them together. Flash bomb. Where are we? Over here. So there is summon quality max skeletons, better Grimoire, nice. Really good. There is summon quality skeleton level, nothing. Sadly no jackpot ring. Hey Jehio, how are you going? Hi Zoya, I am playing Loop Hero today. going pretty well. Oh, about right. Another flash golem, another opportunity to get good items. And they are not good. Another Oblivion. We can Oblivion another spider nest, for example this one. And place ticket over. And we summon boss. Damn. No matter. Hopefully we kill him. It should be alright. That means we can basically place down everything we got. That's useful in some way. So tickets. River is finishing over there. Let's ticket it down. Let's put beacon over there. We don't need. Yeah, we can put the beacon over there. No, blood grow. Yes, blood grow over there. Last one. We don't want spider nor forest, and river is finished as well. I didn't look at Discord yet, so no. I will look after I will put some tickets. River, no, groove. Yeah, let's put down grooves to get more souls. There is not good, not good, not good. It would be really nice to get those 2 rings. But let's see about the first boss, which is run. There is another ticket. I'm waiting for you. Yeah, you can watch my stream all you want, and hopefully you will enjoy it. We are basically doing Immortal Necromancer run that has lots of HP and lots of magic shield. So the boss is dead, but these Hunter's Hounds can still kill the hero. But it seems like we are totally fine. Yep. They didn't even eat through our shields, so... This was basically the hardest boss. The 4th boss, Omega, is also strong, but not for the Necromancer, so we should be fine. We can basically place down every ticket we can get our hands on, which so we can, and we can even place down grooves. Where do we want to place them? Yep, over there. There is some ring, not good ring. There is grow, put it over there. There is another, put it over there. And let's go on. And still give us good items. Why do they always give amulets? That's weird. Let's Oblivion this spider nest. We don't want spider nest. We want more souls. And there is ticket. Ticket there. Another ticket over there. There is some ring, not good enough. Another flash one. Without rings. Yeah, there are 2 rings. Summon quality, regen, attack, defense. Summon quality, evasion 9. But there is no skeleton level, so no. Even worse than the ones we have. Another village down, nice. Let's place down tickets for more villages and attack speed. inventory. But where? Because only last 2 spaces. Which we might as well save for more villages that we will get from filling them up with tickets. PUBG is my favorite gamer ever. You need favorite game, right? PUBG was quite popular when it came out as the, how is it called, the battle royale genre, because it was basically the first of its kind. But then it kind of fell off, and I don't play FPS games at all, so I can't say whether something is better or worse from that genre. But PUBG was definitely the most popular at its peak. Now I don't know which one. I think the Arc Riders are the same? No, they are Extraction. That's something slightly different. But yeah, PUBG, good game. There are 2 flash bombs. Oh yeah. That will do a lot of stuff. We are actually out of shields. That was tough. So what do we got? Max skeletons, evasion, summon quality, evasion, skeleton level, summon quality, attack speed. Nothing interesting, sadly. Another flash bomb. Alright, there is this ring. Summon quality, skeleton level, attack speed. Nothing that we don't have. Summon quality, attack speed, that's worse than we have. Max skeleton, summon quality, and plus 10 skeleton level. That's definitely better than what we've got. But we still don't have the rings to finish the build. We are actually getting hit to HP because we are drinking the potions. Summon quality, not summon quality level, max skeletons, and there's some spiders here. There are 2 spiders over there. So get rid of 2 spiders. Summon quality skeleton level, summon quality evasion. There is ticket over here, ticket over there. We play room and kill each other. It's a really so good game, you know. Okay, if you enjoy it, that's good for you. Summon quality evasion, that's, as I said, I don't play FPS games at all, so I can't really tell. Yes, another flash golem. Down, another oblivion, so that is the last spider. Alright, we got this stuff, not good stuff. Some ring. Summon quality evasion, grimoire, no good. There is one, grimoire, no good. It's really, we've got to grind through a lot of enemies to get the items we actually need. That's what we are doing right now. Another village. What? You want to do that? Dude, which game did you play most and what's your favorite game name? I don't really have a favorite game because I play a lot of games, so I did the most I played probably Dota when I was in college, because we were playing that day and night, 2 years back to back, so that will be probably my most played game, but definitely not the most favorite. I can't really say which one is my favorite. Here are 3 rings. Ah, here is max skeleton, summon level, and skeleton level, and evasion. That's the perfect ring. Thank you very much. Summon quality skeleton evasion. That's worse than we have, and summon that's worse than we have. So we got 3 jackpot items. We need only 1, and then we have full build. Then we will go for boss. And you can see over here, we got already 6 skeletons on the field. And after we kill the boss, we will basically just play infinite game and see whether we are immortal. I don't know what the criteria are for immortal, but I would say after 4 hours of infinite killing enemies, we might as well claim that we are immortal. Do we want to oblivion something? Not really. Nah. We don't need to oblivion anything. Yeah. Yeah, I watch a lot of anime. Quite a lot. I don't want to go into the topic, but yeah, I am pretty much an otaku dude. Another ticket. And we are basically waiting for the last ring and tickets to challenge the final boss. We don't need that. More, don't need that. Let's go and... There is a ring, summon quality skeleton level, not good enough. Let's continue. More. Yeah, the hero actually has so much attack speed that we are hitting the wooden warriors and they are countering him. So he gets hit and drinks a few potions. That might be quite detrimental, but we will see later. That's nice. New level. That's even nicer. Place ticket down. Check the items. Not good. What do we got here? 20% chance to summon 2 skeletons at once when reaching maximum number of skeletons. First 2 skeletons summoned in a day will be strengthened. That's useless. 10 chance to keep this is also useless. So let's get 20% chance to get plus 2 more skeletons. That might be fun. We have 8 skeletons basically. Max skeleton 6 plus 2 is heavy. Got already 3.5k HP and 970 shield. Almost 4.8k or 4.5k basically health. How they put it. Yeah, there is still one more space for village, so let's keep placing down the ticket. That's the ticket, I totally missed them. 2 flesh golems. Alright. So, summon quality skeleton level, summon quality nothing, max skeletons, max skeleton summon quality skeleton level plus 0.5 plus 8.80, that's 9.35, which is worse than we have. Summon quality skeleton level, not max skeletons, not max skeletons. So we continue. And there are some tickets. Let's put ticket down, ticket down. Alright. What will you give us? Another ring, which is not good. And we start filling up map, everything we can with tickets. Not good enough. 3, not good enough. Let's go. Alright. That's a lot of items and 1 ticket. So what do we got? Summon quality, nothing, summon quality evasion, nothing interesting. Max skeleton level, sadly no. Summon quality. You give us nothing interesting. And once we put down this ticket, yeah, we need to oblivion something to make room for. No, there is still this one, so we still got room for another village. Summon quality skeleton level, max skeletons, jackpot. Nice. So we got 7, possibly 9 skeletons in game. So at this point we can start oblivioning the flesh golems because they can hit really strong when they crit. Once I got over 100,000 damage from them, which ended one of my Immortal necro run. It was pretty sad. Supply cool. So we are basically finished with this build. As I said, we place down tickets to challenge the last boss, and then we can be immortal, I guess. And we know Oblivion means the flesh golem as well, but that will come with time. At this point, the only thing that slightly is interesting for us are grimoires, which can be only yellow or orange and have basically max skeletons and summon quality. And that is the only thing that interests us at this point of game. Why do we get these 2 rings so quickly after each other? That's another jackpot ring. We don't need it anymore, but that was the 3rd one. There is a ticket, there is a grimoire. Not interesting grimoire. Let's place down ticket. Another ticket. It's a little bit of habit of looking at every rare item. Another ticket. Not interesting anymore. Not interesting. Not interesting anymore. Gem. Oblivion, so let's oblivion this and that. Let's get the tickets going. This grimoire is not interesting. Nope. There are 2 tickets. 1 and 2. I think we are getting close to the finish line. Soon we will summon the final boss, the Omega. It would be nice to get another stronger grimoire, but not necessarily important, or how would I say it, but not necessary. Two tickets down, there is the village. Let's Oblivion, for example, this Blood Grove. Another ticket. Another Oblivion. Another ticket. Good enough. The Crossbowmen are actually detrimental of this kind of game, because I would much rather have Skeleton Magi there than these Crossbowmen. And we got a lot of tickets. Hey, do we summon boss in this loop, or will it be another one? Basically, it's only 1 or 2 more tickets to summon him. Summon quality skeleton level, not good enough. Still no boss, so it will be next loop. The Omega boss. That was the habit. Oh! What Grimar? What's the Grimar? Not good, not good, not good. And there is a ticket. Will it be the last ticket? Maybe? Not yet. Good question. There is a lot of stuff. Nothing interesting, and the Omega boss is summoned. We will basically fill them up with tickets. hopefully Oblivion the wood grows. So no flash going can treat us for 100,000. There is nothing interesting. There are some grimoires. And none of them is good enough. There is one Oblivion. The Oblivion, for example, this is an entry over there, so we make space for another village. Another ticket. Let's go. Another Oblivion. This would grow. Another ticket. Useless grimoire. No, nothing rare. No last ticket drop yet. Good draw. Reverse. There is the last ticket. So now we only want basically to look at grimoires and oblivions. Just everything else we already have. We also have Grimoire, but we can get a better one. So let's let this play out until the boss. And then we will see what happens next. This one is basically our last chance to get some good grimoires for the final boss fight. And did we get? No, we did not get it. So here comes the final boss, Omega. He talks about how he created us and blah blah blah, but we can just kill him. Or we should be able to just kill him. His annoying ability is that he actually negates some of our items, so we might not have, for example, 100% summon chance. But hey, he died. There is the final boss. It's done. I accept your victory. Okay. And choose one reward. These are basically meta progressions to unlock the new traits. But as you saw right now, we don't need any new traits. Yes, that was the final round. But as I said, this is basically an immortal run. So I want to see how long this necro will be basically looping around until he dies. The hero gets loot XP each time Uptail is placed. To get random basic resource. After killing enemy, your next attack will deal 2 times loop extra damage. We don't deal damage, so let's get XP. Let's get random chunk. Basically, we want to stay to see how long will we survive. We got 2 grimoires, skeleton levels, summon quality. They are not good. Let's Oblivion the blood growth. That's the last thing we want to do in this game. But yeah, that was it. Killing Omega boss with necro, and now we will be looping until we die, and hopefully never. So enjoy. Hello, I am back again, and it seems that we are getting damage. Even if we have 15k health and 7k shield, our health basically drops so low that we need to use potion. So at this point we might as well look for a new grimoire that will increase level of our skeletons because they are basically getting murdered. Which is good for getting shields, but not so much for killing enemies. So let's look for a new grimoire. That is basically the only thing we can improve at this point. let's try putting down the blue troll to get some better items, because I haven't seen any. Oh, actually don't need it anymore. Let's take this, because plus 10 levels on 6 skeletons is better than having one more skeleton, and there is still the summon quality, so that's good. So let's see how this will work out. And right after that we will get the Alright everyone, I will pause it here and that will be all for tonight because I need to go to bed. But first thing in the morning I will resume this run and we will see how far we can get. We are so far at loop 46, hopefully we can get up at least 50, maybe 100, we will see. But for tonight it's all, so see you tomorrow and bye!